Okay, so today we'll continue the performance tuning SQL Server. Okay, so already we had discussed till the deadlock how we can see the details, and the query execution plan also we have done. So I will show once again the query execution plan, and we'll move to the how to identify the missing indexes and how to identify the fragmentation, how we need to take the decision. Is it required to perform the either rebuild index or reorganize the indexes? Okay. So just you take any query, any select query or any procedure or whatever it may be. If it is running from the application team is asking that the query is running slow. So as a database team, what we need to analyze first point, you need to estimate the execution plan. Just to select that query and where the query is running, select that appropriate database, and you can just there is an option here, display the estimated execution plan. So just you can select that estimated execution plan. It will show the execution plan. Okay, so just select that appropriate query and select the estimate the execution plan. So here it will show each and every details, how the query is running, what is the operators. So operator means it is the function, which is the component is involved in this query. The entire execution plan is bifurcated in based on two things. One is the operator and corresponding cost. The each symbol is indicating that the operator. Each symbol is indicating that the operator, and each operator below we have a value is called cost. The cost means that how much time is going to be execute that operator. So these are all in terms of milliseconds only, not going for a seconds also. Based on this, they are getting some kind of differences between the seconds and milliseconds. Okay. So sometimes it may goes to minutes also. That is in the worst scenario. So this is the thing we need to identify. So here it will show each and every query. If you, what I am running, the everything is showing. If you want to see here, when I place the tab here, it is showing the entire query. Are able to see, right? The select DB name and everything it is coming. That means this is the estimated execution plan for this entire query. How many tables involved in this query? How many columns involved? Each table, what are the columns, which joins they are using? What is the inner join or outer join? If you see here, there is a left outer join involved, inner join involved. Okay. Okay, and there was each and every table having both the clustered and non-clustered indexes is also available. So one clustered index and multiple non-clustered indexes. Only one clustered index is permittable to create a one table. You can create a multiple number of non-clustered indexes. Okay. So this is the thing. When you estimate the execution plan, here it will show if any missing indexes also. Here you can able to see here. So that everything will be display, and we can analyze the estimate execution plan. The value should be, it should not be more than 15%. We should be in less than 10 is the well and good. Otherwise it will be not more than 15. So if it is more than 20, 30, 40, 70, 80, 90, if that cost is like that, is it will be the time taking. So then go to that. For example, this is taking 11% of the cost. So here when you place the mouse over that, it will show the each and every internal independent details for that query. What is the query name, what is the storage, what is the IO cost, what is the CPU cost, each and every some internal operations it will come, and what table they are performing and what columns they are taking. If you go down, there is a seek predicate. You can see that is the predicate. It is taking time. Based on that, we can change the indexes positions, or we can recreate required indexes or columns change. that will be changing accordingly. So this will be based on the experience only. You will get based on the practice. You should not get, there is no concept to straight away by hearting and implementing. Okay, this will be the analyzing process. So based on the multiple things you analyze, and you will get and some experience, then only you can give the best execution plans. Okay, this is not a 1 day or 2 days activity. This is the continuous activity. If you are working as a DBA, and so this is the routine work from the day one onwards. From day one, from fresher to even though 20 years experience, also doing the same thing. So the estimating execution plan is the common for everyone, and analyzing the process is also same. That analyzing process, initially you may take time, later day by day you are doing. Once you are getting the more experience and more troubleshooting scenarios, you will get good things. So anyway, so if application running slow means you need to explain these all the things. Okay. So if the user is asking, the interviewer asking only the simple question. So the application team is asking, the application is suddenly running slow. As a database administrator or DBA, what you need to troubleshoot? That is the simple question. So you need to explain all these things. Okay, we'll identify what query is running, and we can estimate the execution plan, and we can identify the missing indexes, all the points which is here. We can check the CPU utilization, we can check the memory utilization. Okay, if you tell CPU utilization, again he is simply telling CPU is normal, what next you need to verify. Then you have to tell the memory. Memory is also normal, what next? Long running queries is there or not, we need to verify. There is no long running queries. Then next, blockings. You need to check. If no blockings, then is there any deadlock situation happen? Like that. So like that, they are expecting the multiple points from you, how, what best you need to verify. If you tell more points, they will more happy. If you are telling 1 or 2 points, they think that you don't know more. So that's what I'm, at least here I mentioned the 14 points. At least you need to tell the main things. At least 5-6 points you need to explain. They are basically expecting the estimated execution plan and reindexes reorganization. Okay, the missing indexed execution plan, locking, blockings, these they will expect more. This update strategy, discover network issues. Okay, fine. If you not concentrate more, also no issue. But these things you have to mention. Okay, so let's come to the next point. So what we need to identify the missing indexes. So I already told you there will be a simple select queries which we can easily identify the missing indexes. So this you will get it from the Google, or you can make it also. Fine, this is the only select query. Just making the whatever the columns you want to take, and you can customize accordingly your order. So top 25 or top 10 missing indexes, if you have anything, it will be show here. But here my database is the there is no much data and much volume, so all are very nominal data, less volume of data. That's why nothing is showing any missing indexes. But in the real time, if you are the production server, if a production box having a real time application is running, maybe banking or financial projects, so if it is running thousands of millions of records or lakhs of records are there in each and every table, if you estimate the execution plan, definitely it will come the estimate missing indexes. Sorry, you need to identify the what indexes. If you don't know this query also, there will be a simple query. Okay, there is simple DMB is there. Simply you need to write select star from sys dot dm underscore db underscore missing indexes. Yeah, this, see if some of the DMBs are there. Okay, uh, data management views, or sorry, dynamic management views. So you will get more, at least 10-15 DMVs are there. You need to remember. See, if you select this one, this is also giving same information, but if the below select query, it is customized as per the better requirement. So this will show all the details. Okay, this is also giving all the details indexes, but the below one is telling giving top 25 or top 10, whatever the value you mention here, it will come. So if you remember at least this one, okay. Otherwise, you can display the some more details, missing index columns. Any columns is missing. That columns also will tell you on this database. Okay. So like that, you need to. So when you want to execute this might be expecting some parameters. Okay, this is the function. It is showing here. Okay, so if any indexes groups information you want, you can run this DMU. Okay, so this is the simple query which we need to identify the missing indexes. If any missing indexes, you can take that missing indexes details and you need to create. Okay, if you want to create the new indexes, I'm telling a simple query. Okay, create index name. You can give any name. Basically, it should be the table name underscore your column name is the best. Create index name on table. What table you are creating? So that we need to. This is the syntax on table name. Whatever the table name you can give here. I mentioned in the angular brackets mean that is the you need to replace the table name. Okay. Create index name. I mentioned like this means that you need to mention. Create index name on table name with the columns. Column 1, comma, column 2, and so on. How many columns you want, you can make it and you can simply create this. So I'm creating one simple example. First, you need to take the select the any one database and you can select any one the table. Then what columns you have, then you can create it. Okay. So choose the database. I'm using you can use the command or you can go here and select your database. That is also fine. Okay, so create either small or caps, no issue. Create index name, index underscore the table name. Better to give the meaningful names. T1 table name, on table name, T1 of column student number. So this is the simple way. So we can create the index. Once you execute this, if I go this, here nothing is there, right? If you expand this indexes, it is there empty. Once I create this one, it will come the index created successfully. Just you can refresh it. So I expand it. Now it is showing clustered index, sorry, non-clustered index is created. So if you want to create the clustered index, create cluster. Oh, sorry, once again. So the clustered index will create when you have the primary key on the column, it will create automatically. Okay, I will show you. Just I am going to the design. I am making as primary key to this column and saving this. So whenever that this table data is not saving, go to the tools and options. There will be a here text editor. So here what is the option? Edit tab, 1 second. Okay. Enable no selection object. Once again, where is the option for execution? Okay, this one. Prompt to save the query window. Just you can disable this. Once again, I will reshow again. It is saving this. Changes made the required following table and drop and recreate either table changes. Table can't be recreated or enabled because the prevent saving option is not enabled. 1 second. Go. Okay, prompt to save the TSQL query on window close. Just let me try. Still not working. 1 second. I think this is the latest version where they have the option given. SQL server by default delivery. Just a minute. This is nothing. Just why it is not saving. I'm checking. Okay. Where is the option? Designer. Prevent saving option. Okay. Okay, now it is done. Okay. So this is the option. Go to the tools and options. So go to the designer under designers, tables and database designers. Here the prevent saving changes that requires table recreation. If you enable this, if you do any changes, that's showing a warning. Once you disable it and you can change it, it will save. Okay, this also you are getting frequently, just better to know this. Okay, so now I am refreshing. So when you go to the indexes, see, once I created the index, once I create the primary key to that particular column, if you see here, one index is automatically created. PK underscore T1 means table name. PK means primary key underscore T1. The clustered index is automatically created. I already told you earlier, when you create any primary key column to the particular table, that clustered index is created automatically. So other than this, you create any number of indexes, those comes under non-clustered index. Getting my point right? Non-clustered. Okay, if you want to create a specific non-clustered index, this is the create non-clustered index name on. You can mention any columns you have, you can mention all the columns. Okay, this index name is already there. You can give a different name. What is this create non-clustered index is missing. Non-clustered index name on table. This name is not exist. What is the second column? One second. Okay, sorry, name, not S name, only name. Okay, now it will create. Okay, the now one more index is created. So just refresh it. So this is the two non-clustered indexes. One is the clustered index. So you can't create multiple non-clustered indexes. Only one. If you have the primary key, that it will be created automatically. Non-clustered indexes, you can create a number of non-clustered indexes based on your requirements and based on the things. If you don't want to drop any index, drop index name. What is the index name? I don't want to the second index, for example. You can use the drop index name. Okay, must be specify the table name also. Okay, drop index name on table name T1. Okay, now it will be delete that index. Now index is deleted. See, based on the error message also you will get to know. Okay, yeah, just refresh it. It will remove the indexes. Okay, the index is removed. So this is the simple way to create the indexes. If you don't want, you can remove the indexes. That is for the finding the missing indexes and creating. So fragmentation checking, I already shown you. So and once again I am showing. So if you want to check the fragmentation, where is the script? Okay. Okay. Fragmentation details if you want. Select star from sys.dm underscore db underscore index physical stats. I think here you'll get the fragmentation. This.dm underscore db underscore index okay. Otherwise we have the select query. Know what is, yeah, this will get to where is the fragmentation value. Otherwise you will get it from the Google also. No issue, very simple. Okay, SQL server fragmentation, index fragmentation script. You will get it as multiple things are there. Okay, this is the simple script. Okay, which one? I used this one, right? DMDB index physical stats. Okay, I think the column name is might be different. Same thing, which I used the DMV same one. But we need to customize accordingly. Okay. Same thing, right? This is the main DMV. I think that column is not there here. We need to use some indexes also. Okay, fine. Okay, I'm executing this. So it will showing index fragmentation. 1 second. Okay. So if you see here the index fragmentation, basically it is showing 0. If I select the big database and if you execute it, it will show here. See if here the fragmentation value, it is 50%, 0%, 9%. It is showing the different percentages, right? So what is the criteria here? So the fragmentation percentage average, it should be 0 to should be 10 to 50. Go for rebuild the indexes. Fragmentation value, it should be greater than 50 until maybe anything 100 or till 99 or reach to 100 also. You can reorganize the indexes. That is the process. The percentage is plus 10 or minus 10, not an issue. This is the process. This is a very simple query. I'm telling you. Okay. Alter index name. For example, excuse me. The index name, for example, you can select the same one. Okay, which we select just now created. Alter index name T1 on table name T1 rebuild. And you execute this query, at the end you can mention the rebuild. This index will be rebuild. Oh, sorry, database is not this one, DB1. Okay, just execute this, it will execute it successfully. The meaning is the index is freshly rebuild it. It is create. It is just to drop it and it will be created fresh as 0. For example, if the value is, let's assume 50, that will be resetting to 0. So when you want to rebuild these indexes, for example, if you want to rebuild this is for single index rebuild. For example, in your table having 100 indexes in one table, let's assume, okay, or 10, 20. You can't do it one by one, right? You can do all in one shot. So in that case, alter index, instead of index name, you can mention all. Alter index all on table name rebuild. So this is for entire table index, entire, simply mention all indexes. All indexes it will be rebuild. So if this will be execute, it will execute all the indexes on the T1 table, maybe 1 or 2 or 10 or 100, no issue. So this is the script for all indexes. For example, if you want to do the reorganize, okay, the same thing, you can mention, instead of rebuild, you can mention reorganize is the spelling. So these are all the keywords. It should come in the green letters, blue letter. It will be reorganizing. So if the fragmentation is more than 60 between 200, you can go for this. Otherwise, go for this. So if you want to reorganize all the table indexes, the same thing. So instead of index name, you can mention all. So this is for reorganizing the whole indexes in a table. So this is for creating the indexes. See, if you have the large volume of data, for example, if I will show you, okay, I think time is not sufficient. Tomorrow I will show you after executing this how the values are resetting or not. I will show you. So and tomorrow we'll quickly review whole thing and we'll close this, update statistics and IO issues. Okay, that's all for today. So in another couple of seconds, this session will be closed. I am stopping the record.